Hey, let's get real. How often do you hear people grumble about tenants not paying rent or landlords getting stiffed? It's one of the biggest fears in the rental property game. But what if I told you there's a way to sidestep all the drama? It's going to guarantee your rent checks and build you a rock solid stream of income. Yeah, I'm talking about Section 8 housing. Most people write off Section 8 because they bought into all the myths. Tenants are going to trash your property, the paperwork's a nightmare. But let me tell you something, if you set this all up the right way, Section 8 is an absolute game changer. We're talking about government-backed rent payments that show up every single month like clockwork. No bouncing checks, no excuses, just cold, hard cash in your bank account. Hi, I'm Bud Evans. I'm a retired 35-year military veteran and a former police officer who retired at 51. I just don't work anymore, except for myself. While we're at it, do me a favor, hit the like button and subscribe to this channel for everything rental property related. It's going to help me out and help me give you more free information. Today, I'm going to dive into why you need to stop ignoring Section 8 and start cashing in on this untapped opportunity. Ready to flip the script on your rental game? So let's go. First things first, what is Section 8? Officially known as the Housing Choice Voucher Program, Section 8 is a federal program designed to help low-income families, seniors, and people with disabilities afford housing. Here's how it works. Eligible tenants receive a voucher that covers a portion or in some cases all of their rent. The rest, that's their responsibility. Here's why it's important for you as a landlord. The government pays its share directly to you, and if there's one thing we know about Uncle Sam, it's that his checks don't bounce. That means you can kiss late payments and rent dodgers goodbye. It's as close to a guaranteed income as you're going to get in real estate. But wait, there's more. With Section 8, you're not just locking in reliable rent payments, you're also stepping into a massive market. Over 2.1 million households are currently using Section 8 vouchers, and demand far exceeds supply. So in many areas, wait lists for these vouchers stretch out for a decade. If you list your property as Section 8, you'll never be short on tenants. I have 2 on the market right now, and we're blowing up. Let's tackle the elephant in the room, the ugly rumors about Section 8 tenants. The destroy your property, the impossible to deal with, the process is a bureaucratic nightmare. If that sounds familiar, I'm going to set the record straight right now. Myth number 1, Section 8 tenants will wreck your property. There are bad tenants out there, but guess what? They're not just Section 8 tenants. You have just as many issues with non-voucher tenants. Ask me how I know. The key here is tenant screening. You don't just take the first applicant who walks through the door. You want to run background checks, call previous landlords, and make sure they are a good fit. I would recommend rentrisk.com for that. Link in the description. Section 8 doesn't mean you lower your standards. It just means you expand your pool of potential tenants. Myth number 2 is that the paperwork will drown you. I'm not going to lie. The HCV document is difficult. The paperwork is a process, but it's a one-time hurdle. Once your property is approved and you've gone through the inspections, the rent payments start rolling in. And here's the thing. The long-term benefits far outweigh the initial hassle. If a little bit of paperwork can guarantee you consistent rent checks, it's worth it. Myth number 3, you can't make money with Section 8. This one drives me crazy. I don't understand where this comes from, but Section 8 can be incredibly profitable if you do it right. HUD, the Department of Housing and Urban Development, sets fair market rents for each area, and in many cases, these rents are right in line, if not exceeding, what you would get from a traditional tenant. Plus, because the demand is so high for Section 8 housing, you're less likely to deal with vacancies. Fewer vacancies, more consistent income equals more money in your pocket, not less. So how do you get started with Section 8? Here's a step-by-step breakdown. Step 1, contact your local housing authority. Your local public housing authority, PHA, or Department of Community Affairs like New Jersey, DCA, is your go-to resource for all things Section 8. They're going to guide you through the process of listing your property and scheduling inspections. Each PHA has its own requirements, so make sure you're clear on what's expected. Step 2 is pass the inspection. So here's the deal. Your property needs to meet HUD's standards for safety and livability. Think of this as a checklist. Is the plumbing in good shape? Are the smoke detectors working? Is there peeling paint? Is there a tripping hazard? Address the issues up front and avoid the delays. Once you pass the inspection, you're good to go. Remember, we're not rehabbing to an A-class neighborhood here. We are providing a functional and safe living environment for our tenants. For things you shouldn't do, go to budevans.com and schedule a free strategy session, and let's talk about the stuff you shouldn't do for a Section 8 rental. Step 3, set the right rent. HUD sets fair market rents in each area, but you're going to need to work with your PHA to determine what they'll approve for your property. Here's a pro tip. Do your homework. Check out comps in your area to make sure that they're priced competitively. Check HUDuser.gov for your local fair market rents. They're listed by county and then by zip code. Then step 4 is we're going to market our property. Once our property is approved, it's time to find tenants. Your PHA will help connect you with voucher holders, but don't stop there. List your property like you normally would on rental sites, social media sites, and spread the word through local networks. And don't forget the little asterisk at the bottom. We proudly accept housing choice vouchers. Just because a tenant has Section 8 voucher doesn't mean they're automatically the right fit for your property. Screening is crucial, and it's no different than what you would do with any other tenant. You're going to have people with a 400 credit score applying for your property. I'm sorry, they're out. But here's what you need to look for: their rental history. Call the previous landlords. Were they reliable? Did they pay their portion of the rent on time? Did they take care of the property? Go to their house with the HCV and have them sign it. Look inside. Whatever they're living in, that's what they're going to do to your property. Check their income. Even with a voucher, tenants are usually responsible for the portion of the rent. Make sure they have steady income enough to cover their share. Ask for personal or professional references, a great way to get their sense of character and reliability. Don't be afraid to trust your gut. If something feels off during the screening process, it's okay to pass and wait for the next tenant. Now let's talk about making some money, because that's why you're here, right? To maximize your profits with Section 8, we're going to have you focus on these strategies. Number 1, always minimize turnover. Tenant turnover is one of the biggest profit killers in real estate. With Section 8, you have a built-in advantage. Tenants tend to stay longer. Why? Because finding another Section 8 approved property is not easy. It takes a long time. To keep turnover low, maintain good communications, respond quickly to maintenance requests, and treat your tenants with respect. Number 2, keep an eye on your maintenance and repair costs. I inspect quarterly all of my apartments. Preventative maintenance is your best friend here. A $100 fix today will save you thousands in headaches down the road. You're going to want to leverage your tax benefits. Don't sleep on the tax perks of owning a rental property. Deduct expenses like repairs, property management fees, and even depreciation. These deductions will significantly boost your bottom line. All right, you've got one Section 8 property under your belt. Now let's start to think bigger. Scaling your portfolio is all about reinvesting your profits and building on your success. We're going to start by adding another property in the same area. This helps with self-management too. So it's going to let you leverage your existing knowledge and network in a specific area. Then over time, you can diversify by branching out into new markets or even property types. Don't forget to streamline your operations. Use tools like property management software. Right now, we're using DoorLoop and switching over to Buildium. It helps us track our expenses, schedule maintenance, and communicate with tenants. We can deploy our maintenance people, our plumbers, directly through the system. The more efficient your system is, the easier it is to manage multiple properties. I'd recommend something like Stessa.com, STESA.com. I'm not affiliated with them. They're just good. Section 8 isn't another rental strategy. It's a game changer. With guaranteed rent checks, high tenant demand, and potential for strong returns, it's an opportunity you can't afford to ignore. There's a bit of a learning curve, but once you've got the system down, it's smooth sailing. So what are you waiting for? Stop letting myths and misconceptions hold you back. Dive into the Section 8 market. Start building your portfolio and watch your rental income grow. Trust me, those government checks, they're as good as gold, man. So let's make it happen. If you have any more questions about Section 8, reach out to me at budevans.com and book a 30-minute free strategy session. Be more than happy to talk to you about the do's and don'ts in Section 8. Until the next video, aim high. Thanks for watching. We hope you enjoyed it and learned something new today. If you did, please show us some love and smash that like button. Your support means everything to us and helps us reach more people like you who want to aim high in real estate. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button along with the notification bell icon so that you can stay up to date on all of our future content. If you're hungry for more real estate and finance related videos, we've got you covered. We can't wait to see your success stories in real estate investing. Till next time, aim high. We'll see you soon.